Tobias Harris, Danny Green, Sixers mandatory credit. Elsa pool photo USA Today SportsThe Sixers take two against the New York Knicks this week as Ben Simmons returned to stay unbeaten against New York in a controversial, overtime thriller. Injuries are beginning to accrue as the season wears on. Philadelphia was without Joel Embiid and Seth Curry, as appears will continue to be the case for a little while despite reports of Embiid feeling better than expected. The Sixers fell victim to bad luck and costly mistakes, but still managed to pull out an overtime victory in Madison Square Garden. Regardless of injuries, the game went on. A 13-0 run by Simmons and Furkan Korkmaz, starting in place of Curry, gave Philadelphia an early lead. A Tobias Harris jumper extended the score to 17-4. Once Harris went to the bench in the first, the offense slowed and New York crept back, ending the first quarter 23-15, Philadelphia. The second quarter started out much of the same. Philadelphia was cutting off drives from New York and finding offense with enough regularity to push away. A Simmons dunk with 4:33 remaining in the second gave Philadelphia a 41-29 lead. After that, New York would close the quarter on a 13-2, behind anemic Philadelphia offense, ending the half with Philadelphia leading, 43-42. Much like the first half, the third quarter was a back-and-forth affair of good defense intertwined with poor offense. New York took a lead, never extending more than 4 points, only to give it back in the final minute as the teams entered the fourth quarter all even at 64. Few fairly expected this showdown to become the Alec Burks revenge game, but Burks put on a show in the fourth quarter. Burks came out firing with 5 of the team's first 6 field goal attempts, including the first 6 points in the quarter. It wasn't until 3:45 remaining in the quarter that New York scored its second basket that wasn't either scored or assisted by Burks. A Barrett layup pulled New York to within 1 point, 83-82 with roughly 3 minutes remaining. A Matisse Thybulle three-pointer immediately matched by Burks was eventually followed by a Danny Green floater, giving Philadelphia a 3-point lead with 19 seconds remaining. Then all chaos ensued. Julius Randle attempted a quick 2 only to miss and have Harris grab the board. As he approached his foul shots, Philadelphia had a roughly 85% chance to win. Clank. Clank. He missed them both, as either one would have pushed the score to a 2-possession game. His next attempt, Randle didn't miss as he buried the game-tying 3 with only 6 seconds remaining and the game headed to overtime. The Burks show continued in overtime as he scored the first 7 points for New York before assisting one of their only 2 other baskets in overtime. A Reggie Bullock three-pointer gave New York a 100-96 lead before Harris drained a three-pointer to make it a 1-point game. From there, scrums for loose balls dictated the game.